Alright, hello and welcome to Blockbuster Bash Brothers Podcast, a weekly movie podcast. I'm Trevor Rocco, and with me today, my co-host, Travis Labrucherie.
How's it going?
Each week here at Blockbuster Bash Brothers, we sit down and watch a couple of films to discuss here with all of you listeners. Our attempt is to give you some good recommendations of what to go see, should you find yourself at the cinema. Normally, we like to pair a new release with something relatable that you may have missed, but it's been a couple of weeks since we last did an episode, so for now, we're just going to play ketchup and mustard.
Oh, hot dogs, hamburgers?
Yeah. All the above. And there's a lot to get to, so we're going to blaze through it. We got our opinions locked and loaded. Pizza ratings fresh out of the oven.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was going to do a news section, but turns out that it's Comic-Con this week, so I don't really care like who's wearing a cape in like an upcoming movie or whatever. So we're just going to skip it.
Okay.
Unless you have some like cape news or whatever.
I mean,
that you want to talk about.
We can save that for another time.
Sure. Well, or just not do it at all.
Or whatever. I mean,
sorry.
You're kind of running the show here today, so
I am sorry. If you want, you can run the next one. If you want to run the next one.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of running.
Yeah. Who is more of a walker?
Yeah.
I like to walk a few kilometers per
Walker,
day.
Texas Ranger.
Yeah. All right, let's jump in. And the first movie that I wanted to discuss was the box office hit Secret Life of Pets. You haven't seen Pets, right?
I saw the first half.
Oh, you saw the first half?
Yeah.
Okay. What were your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I was actually a little disappointed. I thought it was going to be better.
Well,
I
think we set the bar a little high this summer with Dory. For,
that's and I think it was just there was so much hype of pets. Like everyone was talking about pets.
Yeah, and it did make a lot of money. It's it was super popular the weekend that it opened. So and the following weekend too. It did fall off a little bit there, but so it's the story of Max is the main dog, and he is his owner takes in a new dog named Duke, and then they. I don't remember, do they run? They don't leave, right? Or one takes off and the other one goes after, or something like that. I can't even remember.
I can't remember either, but they both end up
like in an animal
away.
Yeah, away, and so then the collective like complexes, dogs all come together and go to search for them.
And cats and bird
pets and what's not, and they discover like
a hamster too, I believe.
Yeah, they discover a island of misfit toys, you would say, but for animals, and like an underground sewer. It's weird. It's kind of a weird dark thing, like abandoned animals kind of thing. It's
kind of like in Demolition Man when they had all those people living underground.
Mole people.
Yeah, except these weren't moles; they were other kind of animals.
Right. There might have been some moles. I don't remember off the top of my head. Like most of these animated movies, there's a lot of good people doing the voice work.
Yeah.
Max is Louis C.K. Duke is actually Eric Stonestreet. I actually don't really know Eric Stonestreet. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. I think he's from like a popular TV show or something, like one that I don't watch, like Modern Family or something. Kevin Hart is mildly funny. Yeah. Jenny Slate is my favorite character. She plays the little white puffball neighbor dog. Ellie Kemper is the voice of the owner. You got Albert Brooks. He does the
Albert Brooks.
Yeah, he does the hawk, and also Merlin in Finding Nemo and Dory. Bobby Moynihan plays a dog. Hannibal Buress plays a dog. Dana Carvey plays a dog. The list goes on and on. It's one of my favorite things about these kind of movies is picking out who is doing what, and then at the end seeing like what I'm right about and what I'm wrong about. Yeah. So if you enjoy that, you'll enjoy this. What I was a little disappointed about was there was a few really good bits about like animal habits and things like that. Like there's like one scene where it's like just a setup scene where they're in a park and a dog's like going over to the other dogs, and then the owner has it on one of those leashes that's like retractable.
Yeah.
So like he's like, oh hey guys, what's up, and then gets yanked back, and then just does it. Oh hey guys, what's going on, and then just gets yanked back. It's like that was like one of the funny ones to me, but I feel like there was opportunity for a lot of those, but there was only a couple sprinkled in. Like they didn't have enough for me. So good overall, but spotty. Left some to be desired. What did you think? I mean, you didn't really see the end, so
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I definitely want to finish the movie.
Right, but that's generally a thing when you start a movie anyway.
Yeah.
So,
but I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
Or I liked it enough to where I want to continue watching it.
Right, for sure.
So
you'll get to it eventually. Yeah. Just not priority number one.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So I got about a half a pizza, cheese slices, nothing too fancy.
And I'll take a half a pizza just because I haven't
quarter
only
pizza.
Seen a half. Yeah.
Half of that half. So there you go. All right. My next one is Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. This is the story of two brothers, two hard partying brothers. It says in the description. They're out to find dates for their sister's wedding, and they set it up by showing a bunch of footage of them at other weddings and how they're the life of the party, but they always ruin it. So their parents are like, "You're gonna bring dates, and you're not gonna ruin everything," and so that's basically the premise. And then so that's Zac Efron and Adam Devine, and then the
not
girls,
to be confused with Adam Levine.
Yeah, spelled almost exactly the same. D instead of L. So then you got on the other side is Anna Kendrick and Aubrey Plaza, and they are the ones trying to, because they put out an ad and they go on TV and they're like, here, we want dates or whatever, and so they're trying to weasel their way in so that they can get a free vacation.
Yeah, because
it's in Hawaii. So that's basically the setup. I've been going to the movies a lot lately, and
really,
yeah, and it's been a while. I feel like since I saw something that I just didn't flat out like, and this isn't one of those. I'm just saying that this is even though this is a low stakes raunchy comedy, it's still fine. You know what I mean? I didn't hate it at all. I enjoyed my time there. So it's been so far a pretty good summer for movies, and this is just another one, check off the list. But
nice.
it's nothing special. It's Zac Efron doing his character from Neighbors. It's Adam Devine doing his character from Workaholics. Yeah. It's Anna,
and I like both those guys in both those roles.
Exactly. So Anna Kendrick doing her hot but I don't know it thing. And then Aubrey Plaza being weird. She tries to be kind of different in this one, but she's just on Parks and Rec, she's super weird but funny.
Yeah.
And then these other roles that she's been doing, this one and Bad Grandpa or whatever it is. I didn't see it, but just from the trailer and stuff, it's the same thing. It's shock value, sex comedy stuff. You know what I mean? It's it was the same. What was the other? Did you see? Oh, the To-Do List. Did you see that with her and Bill Hader and some other people?
I don't think I saw that one. No.
It's just she's just the sex comedy person now. So I mean, it's funny to an extent, but it's just whatever for me. It's not as good as the Parks and Rec character. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, in a couple months nobody's gonna remember this movie, but it's it's funny enough.
Well, maybe in a couple months I'll watch it.
There you go, and then remind everybody. Yeah. Hey, this is pretty funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, check it out if you like these kind of movies. They're fine. I'm gonna give it the same amount of slices as the last one. 4 slices cheese, right. Because they're both movies that I had problems with, but they were perfectly fine movies that I enjoyed. Although one is very much for kids, animated movie. The other one is very much for adults, raunchy comedy.
So don't bring a kid.
Oh yeah, no. This
Secret Life of Pets.
This would be a real weird double feature.
Yeah. The pets one's for the adults, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No wait. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You lost me.
I guess everyone just go see both.
Yeah, just see them both. Just whatever that we don't want to confuse you.
Yeah.
Okay, you saw something that I didn't see, which was The Shallows.
Yes, The Shallows.
And I have some questions for you. First, I want to know kind of what it is about. It's kind of like a shark attack?
Yeah, it's like a shark. It is a shark attack.
Okay.
You know, this girl, she goes surfing by herself, and a shark is in the waters. Mm-hmm. And
so it says
terror ensues.
It says here that it's a story. The story is more of a journey to safety. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I mean, it's a shark movie. You can pretty much always insinuate that there's a shark attack, but
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So it's more. It's a short.
Unless
movie.
Shark Tale. I don't know. I never saw that movie.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's a short movie.
Yeah.
Was it like? Did it feel short or did it feel long?
No, I mean it didn't. It felt like the right amount of time.
Okay, that was.
It wasn't too short. It didn't drag on.
That's good. That's what I was wondering, because a lot of times these horror movies are short, but they feel long because it's like the same thing over and over, or there's like so little plot that it's just whatever. So that wasn't the case here.
No, I really enjoyed it. The only problem I had were like some of the CGI mainly on Blake Lively's face when I think so they had someone like surfing and they like
superimposed her face.
Yeah,
got it.
And
yeah.
I don't know, I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that would definitely pull me out of it for sure.
But other than that, like.
Was it like mostly like jump scares, or was it kind of like genuinely creepy, or like?
Mostly, I'd say mostly jump scares.
Jump scares.
Well, I mean, a lot of it is just like, you think something's gonna happen and then nothing happens.
And then nothing happens. Okay, so fake outs and jump scares. Okay. Also, this is PG-13 horror. I didn't realize.
I didn't realize that either.
For sure. So
there were no boobs.
No boobs. Okay, gotcha. So it was still like, was it still relatively like, was it bloody or?
Yeah, there's a lot of blood.
Huh. That's interesting. A lot of times that'll get it.
Not like, but it's not like. There's only a lot of blood because it's like blood in the water. And,
okay. Gotcha. Not like
a bunch of blood splashing on the face
wounds and things like that.
There's some wounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Huh. Okay, well, that's good to hear a PG-13 horror movie is decent, because that's generally not the case whatsoever. Like, PG-13 horror movies are always terrible. Yeah. Like, they're trying to get a bigger audience, so they cut out anything that, might elevate it. So, yeah. I don't know.
But, yeah, I really liked it. It's...
So, a worthy horror entry.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Pizza rating?
I'm going to give it, like... I'm going to give it 6 slices of anchovies.
Wow. Yeah. Fishy.
Oh, wait, how many slices does it have?
We're doing 8, I think.
8? Oh, okay. maybe not 6. Maybe like 5.
Okay. Well, 6 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So 5 slices, anchovy. Gotcha. Because anchovy is like, you gotta have a palate for it. You gotta have a palate for horror movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I like anchovies.
Yeah, me too. I don't really like horror movies, so.
Yeah.
They're not mutually exclusive.
And, but like I would watch it again.
Okay. Maybe I'll see it. I just feel like, I don't know. I'm just always so bored with these movies.
Yeah. I really like the location that they shot at. It was like really awesome.
Really nice looking. Beautiful.
And it had some like
beaches.
pretty I don't know. The shots were just awesome of like
so the cinematography
they
went the extra mile on that point. That's cool. That might be enough to get me interested.
Yeah.
All right, the last one for me that I saw that you hadn't seen was The Infiltrator, which is the newest Bryan Cranston vehicle. He plays a U.S. Customs official, and he's uncovering a money laundering scheme involving Pablo Escobar, the Colombian drug. So it's based on a true story. It's, it's like an espionage kind of spy movie, I guess, is how I describe it.
Okay.
But it's like with those movies, you often get like at least drug movies. Like it's just like flashy, like strip clubs, flashing lights, like people doing drugs and like, just weird scenes. And like this has some of that, but it didn't rely on that so much. Like it was more of a character study, like Bryan Cranston's character. Like they really dove deep into like family life and disconnect between family life and what he was doing, getting in too deep. Like they brought in a lot of different characters, and John Leguizamo is also in this movie. He's nice. Really, really, really good. And then keeping your cool under pressure, that kind of thing. Like it's pretty well done. They spent a lot of time on it. It was a little overly long. I think it could have been probably like 20 minutes shorter. Like they just kind of kept expanding in certain parts that didn't really need so much expansion. But otherwise it was a pretty coherent story, and I thought they did a good job with it. That's all I really gotta say about it. Just breeze through it because we got 3 big ones to get to here. But yeah, I would give it 6 slices. Pepperoni and mushrooms. Gotta get shrooms, dude. It's trippy.
All right.
All right.
I will see that.
Yeah, I think you would like it for sure. You definitely worth checking out for you. All right, the first one that we both saw was Ghostbusters.
Yes.
The new one.
Yeah.
And so people are asking, is it good?
It is.
It is. I agree.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Other than some of the like obvious ones, like what are some differences between this and the original, do you think, that kind of set it apart? Do you have any good examples?
Well, what are the obvious ones?
The obvious ones that it's girls and guys. Basically that. Just that. That it's set in New York. That it's all It's if this feels like a Ghostbusters movie, but I feel like they do a good job separating between, like, this is something completely new and that was something completely old. Yeah. But we're paying homage to this, but we're blazing our own trail, basically. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
I think it was great they did that.
Yeah, and a lot of that is like, well, they have, little cameos and stuff, but the main plot points from the first are not the same beats. You know what I mean? Like, there's no refrigerator. Like, there's no Stay Puft Marshmallow. There is, but it's
not a major. It's a tiny little part.
Yeah, it's more of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like little details are the things that stay, and the overall story is what's different. Mm-hmm. Like, they have some characters that are the same, but they don't follow the same plot lines, basically. I don't know. It's good. There's no like romantic male lead kind of thing in this. You know what I mean? Like, there's the little play between Chris Hemsworth and Kristen Wiig, but that's much more one-sided. Like, they don't worry about any kind of relationship or romance side of things in this, and I thought that was probably a good way to update it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyways, anything else you want to say about it? I mean,
I think all the people that were hating on it.
Yeah, it's completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and I think that they did a good job separating it, and that if people go and see it, I think that they'll realize this isn't trying to be the original Ghostbusters. This is trying to be something fun and new, and don't worry about comparing the two, because they're two different things. It's kind of the same world, but they find a way to split it up and really kind of be right down the middle.
Yeah.
Cool. Favorite character?
I'm gonna have to go with Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon. She's so funny in this.
Yeah.
She's weird. People are saying, like, oh, it's like the what's his name? I can't remember. What am I looking for here?
Is it?
They're like, she's filling the role of like the Harold Ramis. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I thought it was like completely different than that too. Like, Harold Ramis was like, more like nerdy scientist. She was like more like crazy scientist.
Yeah.
Like, she was she was the comic relief in a movie with so many funny people. You know what I mean? Comics. Like she was. It's crazy that she was the standout considering who's in this movie. But it's not to pull anything away from anybody else because they were all very funny. But she was definitely the standout. Just one of my favorite characters of the year so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Anyways, pizza rating. I'm gonna just jump right into that. We don't want to give too much away here. Go see Ghostbusters.
I'm gonna give it this one. I'll give at least 6.
Yeah,
maybe
for sure.
7.
Yeah, 6.5 slices.
I was started my 7th slice, but I was too full and I couldn't finish it.
Right.
I left the crust.
Yeah.
Of the 7th slice.
Okay. But
toppings like a pesto,
pesto. Okay.
Because that's the green slime.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Pesto's the green slime, and then toppings on top of just pesto.
Globs of pesto. You ever go to a pizza place and they come with globs of pesto instead of just a pesto.
Oh
base.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or just globs of mozzarella.
Yeah. Or maybe marshmallow.
Marshmallow. Okay. Well, the mozzarella would taste better, but it's a good.
Yeah. Maybe it's a dessert
look.
pizza.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, I agree. 6.5 slices of just something real solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into the next one we saw. Not the one we saw last night, but we saw about a week ago. Hunt for the Wilderpeople.
Yes.
I've been talking about this one a lot, and here's why. I should mention that is now the highest grossing movie of all time in New Zealand.
Wow.
That means, higher than Avatar.
Oh, Avatar.
Higher than
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings. Higher than, it's number 1 now.
I didn't know Avatar was a New Zealand film.
No, it's just, I'm just talking about, highest grossing movies of all time.
Okay.
Higher than Titanic, higher than,
the
big ones. It is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, of course. It is also now on the top 100 highest rated movies of all time on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Yeah. People love this movie.
Yeah, and
me included.
Yeah, me too.
So you've seen most of the Taika Waititi movies. Where does this rank in there?
Number 1.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I thought I still liked Boy better.
Mm.
But then I just recently watched Boy again.
Mm.
And I still love that movie, but I think Hunt for the Wilderpeople
tops it. Yeah, I think it's probably my number 1 too. I really love What We Do in the Shadows, so that's probably my number 2. And then 3, Boy, and then, Eagle vs. Shark, other stuff. His stuff is really good.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? I love that this is kind of like a good adventure film, which is something that we don't get so much these days. We don't get, a Goonies or a Jumanji or Alaska or things like that anymore. So this movie...
Wait, what's Alaska?
You never seen Alaska?
Oh, is that the one where the kids, their dad's plane crashes and then they have to go find him?
Yeah, exactly. So it's that's kind of what I was getting at.
I don't know if I ever saw that movie, but I remember seeing the preview for that. The trailer. It was before a movie that I always watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but... That's
funny. It's a great movie. It's, I'm liking this because it's, a kid's adventure kind of thing. Not that it's just a kid in this movie. It's not. It's basically a kid gets adopted by foster parents. The foster mother dies, and then rather than going back to the foster care, he escapes into the New Zealand bush, is what it's called. And then the father-ish, person, the adoptive father or uncle, as they call him, goes in to escape as well. I don't really know if he goes in to go after him, but they, meet up and they basically try to escape the oncoming
law.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the foster care place enlists the whole country to go after him kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's and it's an adventure movie, but it's at its heart it's a comedy. It's really funny. And it also does really great dramatic moments too. It manages to, pull you in with some softer stuff too.
Yeah.
Beyond the comedy. The last thing I wanted to mention on this is there's a lot of indie filmmakers that are getting jobs doing big budget action films these days. You have like Colin Trevorrow, he did Safety Not Guaranteed. Then they gave him Jurassic World. Mm-hmm. Ryan Johnson did Brick. They gave him Looper and the new Star Wars. And then now Taika Waititi, he did Boy and Wilderpeople, and now he's going to do the new Thor movie. So, what do you think about that? I'm kind of on the fence about this.
I think it's great.
Well, yeah, I mean, the other two, for me at least, I liked a lot. So I liked Jurassic World, even though a lot of people didn't. I thought it was, fun.
Yeah.
Looper, I love. I'm sure Star Trek I'll love.
Star Trek?
Star Trek. Yeah, sorry, I got Star Trek on the brain because the new one. Star Wars, I'm sure I'll love. And then, since I just don't know, because this is the one for me, because Thor, I did not like. I did not like the first Thor. People said the second one was better, but I never saw it.
Yeah.
I watched Thor for the first time, I put in air quotes, in a film class at the end of a modern film history class, and it was like our last week, so they're like, oh, we'll put on something that's new or recent, so they put it on in like 20 minutes, and I was just like, I'm not going to stay here for this, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little bummed that he's doing this one and not something else, but this may be enough to win me over.
Yeah, mean, maybe he might make it hella sick.
If I'm gonna be a completist, I gotta go see it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Anyways, go see this movie. It's really great. It's not in a lot of places, so you'll have to hunt a little bit for it, probably.
Hunt for the Wilderpeople.
No pun intended, but yeah, definitely check it out. It's not getting enough love as it should. I mean, other than critics. So the audience nobody knows what this movie is. So check it out.
Spread the word.
I'm sure it'll be. Well, some of his other stuff is on
Netflix,
so you might catch
Boy
it there.
And Eagle vs. Shark are definitely on there.
Yeah. Shadows is not, but that's another thing. Like, they have a hard time getting distribution here in the United States, based on what I've seen from What We Do in the Shadows. So it's going to be a little tougher to see some of his films occasionally. So just do your duty and go out and see it. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last movie we saw last night, which was Captain Fantastic. What's going on here?
Well, a man is raising his kids in the wilderness.
Woods? Yeah, Pacific Northwest, I think they say at some point.
And he was raising them with his wife, but she was ill and she had to go to a hospital. Mm-hmm. And so he's raising them by himself now. Mm-hmm. And
the plot follows them as they're going to Arizona to their mother's New Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Excuse me.
Don't want to mix those up.
Yeah, for their mother's funeral, and it's basically, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe this movie because it's so many different things.
Yeah.
Because they deal with so many things. It's like finding a balance between extremes. It's like about parenting. It's about true knowledge, like school smarts versus street smarts, like socialization, mental illness. Like, there's just so many things that they're tackling here. But a lot of it is like character dynamics, between the kids and the father, between the kids and the grandfather. It's got a lot of layers, and it's a lot to unpack if you're willing to put in the work. But it's a great movie if you get a chance to check it out. Some of it's tough to watch. Like, not necessarily like, well, there's a animal killing scene that's a little tough to watch, but I mean, like, at the very beginning. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't too bad, but it's just awkward situations that are just like what's going on in these people's brains and stuff. So that's the other thing, though. There's a lot of kids in this movie, and it's been a while since I was impressed by like a kids cast. Yeah. Like, well, I guess Wilderpeople, the kid in that is good, but this is
like a group of kids
like in a drama, like having to cry and things like that. Like, a lot of times it doesn't come off very genuine, and this is like really, really intense, and they do a fantastic job. It's really good.
Fantastic.
It's like I'm planning it, but I'm not. Probably because I'm staring at the title. as they do it. What did you like about this movie? I mean, were there some highlights for you?
I think the kids were my favorite part, especially the youngest ones.
Yeah.
The two younger ones.
Mm-hmm. They were really good.
Yeah. They were funny, and...
it does have some comedic moments, too. I mean, this is a strange situation that they're all in. So, comedy has to
think it would be more... It would be, like, all, like, sad and drama.
Right.
But, like, it actually was kind of joyful at a lot of parts, and it definitely goes back and forth, and you laugh, and you cry, and you...
Yeah. This kind of movie could have been done a couple of different ways, I think, like, because it's so weird and ridiculous to be doing this, raising your children in the woods. Like, this could have just very well been a straightforward comedy if they wanted to make it that way, with a little bit of drama sprinkled in. It also could have been like, whoa, this is like a ridiculous family living in the woods, like this is scary drama kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they found a good way to balance between drama and comedy and, I don't know, romance and everything. So instead of going one direction with it, they went every direction with it. And that's not an easy thing to pull off, and they did. I feel like they did. They pulled it off. Viggo Mortensen's dick we'll mention very, very briefly if you want to see it.
Penis.
It's there. It's just a penis. Catherine Hahn and Steve Zahn.
Hahn and Zahn.
Hahn and Zahn. It's like they planned it.
Yeah.
They play. She's his sister.
Yeah.
And then her husband. They're great. Dramatic chops, funny. Comedy chops. It's, they're not in it as much as I would have liked to see, because I love both of them. And yeah, a bunch of unknown younger kids that you will probably know at some point in the future. So, good movie. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Pizza rating?
I'm going to give this one like a 6.5.
Yeah, another 6.5.
Yeah.
Cool. Did we do pizza ratings on the last one?
We didn't.
No, we didn't.
But for Fantastic 6.5 slices, but the meat on the pizza is something that I hunted.
Okay, like it's gonna be venison or something like that.
Yeah. Or like wild boar.
Yeah, wild boar pizza. Cool. And fresh herbs from the garden.
Yeah.
Yep. So then, just real quickly, Wilderpeople.
Yeah, I might give that 8 slices.
8 slices for sure.
8 slices with. I don't know what they eat in New Zealand.
Yeah, I don't know. Vegemite or... oh, no, is that Australia?
I don't know. Maybe both.
Hawaiian Islands, something like that. Eggs? You a real bad egg?
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. No, I put some real good toppings on that, because that's just a great movie.
Like whatever the number one pizza topping in New Zealand is, that's what's going on with this pizza.
Yep. All right, that's all the movies. A little bit of a catch-up there.
Yeah.
Ketchup and mustard. So, yeah, go check those out.
When does Sausage Party come out?
Sausage Party is August 12th.
Okay.
So we'll definitely be watching that.
Yeah.
Next week is... What is next week? Suicide Squad. So we will definitely be doing an episode about that, because...
I'm going to be gone.
You're going to be gone again?
Yeah.
3 weeks out of 4?
Yeah, I'm going camping with Leah's parents.
Okay, I'm gonna do an episode without you.
We leave on Wednesday, I think.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna watch Suicide Squad without you and have a real good time.
I know.
And we're gonna be gone.
I'm gonna be somewhere in the wilderness.
Camping like weekend and then the next week.
Yeah.
You're crazy, man.
I know.
I don't know.
But it's kind of like, I don't know, it goes with like some of the themes of the movie, like Hunt for the Wilderpeople.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's inspired you.
All this yeah, I also watched Deliverance for the first time.
Oh,
this
right,
week.
yeah. So you just got outdoors on the brain.
Yeah.
So go enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll bring a banjo.
Okay. All right, that's a wrap for us today. We'll see you sometime in the future. We don't know when.
Yeah.
But definitely go see Captain Fantastic, Hunt for the Wilderpeople, Ghostbusters. You could do worse than The Infiltrator and the Shallows. And then if you're bored, Pets and Mike and Dave.
Yeah.
Check them out. All right, thanks for listening. Have a good one.
Bitches on.